You start. This is
my podcast, right?
This is your podcast, my love.
Welcome back. I would say welcome back because this is a second edition. Well, not even a second edition. We told your story, and it's my fault that we messed up. I wasn't handy dandy with it. But so I was like, can we do it again? He was like, sure. I'm open to telling the story. I told her 100 times. I could tell her 101. So
101. You're right.
So thank you, Shirley, for coming back on the podcast to tell your story.
Of course.
How I met you. Let's start there. 2 people sent me your page. My assistant said she's seen your page because it went viral. And somebody else sent me your page. I can't see who that person is, but somebody else sent me.
I wonder why.
Somebody else sent me your page, and it was like, you got to have him on your podcast. And I was like, let me go see what it's about. You had some like, put your hand down if you went through this, that, and the third with your ex. Yeah. And I was like,
well, I do that.
Okay. And then you had the part 1, part 2 series. Like, who did I marry type
who
situation. Yeah. So I was like, let me look at this. When I looked at the video, you was pointing a finger at him. He did this, he did that. You didn't hold yourself accountable. Or you didn't share much of yourself and what your actions you played in that downfall. So I was like, I want her on the podcast.
Okay.
Seeing your page, you have mad followers. So me, I'm never scared to like, ask somebody to come on, but I'm like, she might not see this. You got over 200,000 followers. I'm like, she might not see my shit. So I was like, you know what? Type the DM, and 2 seconds later, he was like, oh yeah, I would do your podcast. I was like, oh, all right, let's set it up. And now we're here.
Honestly, like I said, when everything had happened, I gotten so many DMs. I had gotten so many messages. So seeing your message at the time, I was replying to so many messages already. So it wasn't, that's the reason why it was so easy for me to reply to you, because I was already responding to so many people. So it was like a lot of them was reaching out to me with everything, with the whole put a finger down, with the whole oh Lord, that's gonna haunt me forever.
Right.
With the whole put a finger down. So when you had messaged me, it was just like, oh, okay, so this is a different platform to pretty much tell my story. And I was like, okay, sure, no problem.
Yes.
So yeah, and now we're here.
Man, where do we start? Who am I talking to? Tell people a little bit more about yourself.
Who are you talking to? So, well, everybody knows me as Shirley Beats. Well, Shirley for short. My real name is Ann Shirley, but Shirley for short. I am a makeup artist in New York. I've been a makeup artist for almost 10 years now. I've worked with some celebrities as well. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that I've worked with Glorilla. I've done the Grammys. And I'm also trying to branch over to just being more of like a real CEO. I have a couple of makeup artists that work under me to where, I also give them gigs. Like, I'm kind of trying to be like a problem solution problem to a point where like the issues that I feel like that makeup artists have is that they do not have clientele. And my problem is that I don't have enough time.
Gotcha.
So pretty much how I'm solving their problem is that I'm giving my clients to them. And pretty much how it works is I just get a percentage. So that's pretty much how that works. But it's not in a way where they don't get however much they charge. So they still get however much they charge. But how my pretty much how much I charge is way more than how much they charge.
Gotcha.
Like, my prices are pretty high. So I use my prices. Like, pretty much I'll just tell the clientele, like, hey, I'll use my prices, but you can use this makeup artist because they're already kind of under me. But even though those makeup artists are under me, they kind of they're still their own boss. They still do their own thing. It's just that everything else goes under me. It's the contract bound with that, but they're still their own boss.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty much how that works. So I'm pretty much making residual income.
They know the percentage that you're going to take. Yeah. Can they add on top of that? Like, all right, I charge $300. I know Shirley going to take 40% or whatever percentage.
So no, it's never 40%. It's no.
I'm just saying in general. They're like, all right, so I'm going to charge her $280. $80 go to her, I get the $200 that I normally charge. Does it work like that?
No. So that's usually not how it works. So how it goes is like, I'll just go on their page and I'll see how much they charge.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, like I'll just see how much they charge, and that's pretty much how it goes. But how it is I tell them I use my prices. So they know, like I'll tell them like, working under me, I just use my prices. But just to make sure that they get paid what they deserve, I'll go on their page to see how much they originally charge, and I'll just up it. So I can make sure I get my percentage. That's pretty much how it works. So I make sure where it's not like I take money from them. Like I don't play fair. It's not like where I'll take money from however much they make. It's not like that at all. So I make sure they get their money, but I make sure I get mines at the end of the day as well, to where I'm making a residual income. So it's a really smart business move to where both of us win, and like I said, I'm making money in my sleep without really having to work.
Not like that.
Because like I said, my issue is that I don't have much time, and their issue is that they don't have much clients. So it's like not much clients, because some of them do have a lot of clients, but it's like, why not make extra money?
Gotcha. I get that.
So so that's kind of like where I'm kind of maneuvering at, to where like I don't have to always be on my feet doing a bunch of clients, and like I'm also moving towards more bridal work as well. But that's pretty much Shirley. Shirley is makeup, and also I'm very, very big into traveling. I do a lot of solo traveling, and I'm also trying to, like I was telling you, I'm trying to move towards more into influencing and content creation, and getting into YouTube
with that
more.
Many followers, you better.
It's just that I'm really trying to figure out how I can go about really, really taking advantage of the amount of followers that I have, and converting that into coins. So so it's really trying to just maximize the all my, just benefiting from the followers that I have as much as possible. So
I get that. We're here to talk about an ex, right?
Yeah, we talking about that.
Was Shirley a makeup artist at this time?
When I met him? Yeah.
Were you the same person?
What do you mean?
Describe yourself at that time.
Absolutely.
I remember you saying you was body conscious at that time. You said you was much bigger at that time.
Yeah, so
it goes into the start of how you met him.
So the thing is, I was maybe like, I was 30 pounds heavier than I was now, but I was still that girl. I was still that girl, because the thing is, I've always had a shape. I've always been very shapely. I was just thicker. Like, my face was a little bit more rounder. My arms was bigger. My tatas was bigger. My butt was bigger. But I've always been curvy. So, like, I've always gotten the BBL accusations, like, oh, you got your body done, da-da-da, all that. Like, you got your boobs done. Like, I've always gotten those accusations. I had boobs at 10. Damn. So, like, the little boys wanted to play booty tag when I was younger. Like, I've always been overly developed at a young age. So I've always been thick, slim, thick. So it's just, after the pandemic, I never lost the weight.
So Shirley Beats was Shirley Beats.
Yeah.
Still mad followers.
Yeah, still when I met him. So, like, I've always, like, even though I was, before him, I was still, I still had a good, like, it wasn't like I was nasty big. I was just thicker. I just myself was not that comfortable in that weight. But I was still very confident in myself. Like, I still felt like I was beautiful. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me, I still loved myself. I just, I wanted to lose the weight. I wanted, I knew I wasn't healthy at the weight that I was at.
I understand. So, before we start this, we got to give this ex a fake name. I don't want him suing me. It looked like he about to sue you. Now, like, shit going viral like that.
Imagine. Sue me for what?
All right. It's your story. What? But we got to give this guy a fake name. Before we give the fake name, you got to describe how he look. Because I may give him a fake name, or you may give him a fake name.
I don't want to go... a lot of people already know who he is, but I don't want to go too deep, because, I never get sued. But tall, dark, not that tall, but tall. 5'11", 6,
all right.
Dark. That's it. Tall, dark.
Waves. What?
No waves. Kind of waves.
Yeah. Was he ugly?
Handsome? He's handsome.
All right.
Dresses pretty
Does he
nice.
Look like an athlete versus a rapper?
He's fit.
Yeah.
Fit. He was a trainer. Yeah. He's pretty fit. Dresses pretty nice. Very into himself. Very into himself.
Yeah.
He's the type of person that wears shades inside. Like, it doesn't
matter.
Club? Yeah, it doesn't matter where he's at. He will wear shades. He would wear shades everywhere, on the beach, in church, at funeral, everywhere.
What's the name you would give him? That you can remember. Because I'm getting like a mic. Like a mic. Even though the person that sent me a page and sent me everything, she's heavily invested in what was going on. She showed me his page. I looked at it. The first time we did an interview, I gave him a name, but I felt bad about giving him that name.
Yeah, you took it back.
So I was like, I don't want to give him that name. So I want to give him a regular name. So I think Mike.
I thought Narc. I felt like that name fit him
Narc?
because of what he put me through. I thought narc.
All right,
Why Mike?
Mike's a flashy. Mike,
I don't see. Mike, I've never met a Mike that's flashy.
All right. I know some Mikes that's flashy. All right, Narc?
Narc.
All right, Narc it is.
Narc. The name goes very well.
You're going to remember that.
Yeah,
Trust
trust
me. Too
me.
emotional, don't say his real name.
No, baby.
I ain't trying to edit
Those
that much.
emotional days are over.
Ooh, all right.
Baby, I'm healed. I'm healed, baby, I'm healed.
So take us back to where y'all first met.
Oh, Lord. So like a lot of people meet in these days. We met on Instagram.
Yeah. It's a dating app.
That's the funny thing because how we didn't meet on Instagram in a way where he inboxed me or I inboxed him. Like I said, my back was big. All right. I looked like a beluga whale. Like I was big. Mm-hmm. So, and around the time my birthday was coming up and I wanted to look snatch. And like I told you, I was, working on my clients and I was telling them like, I want to lose this, COVID weight. And his name used to come up a lot. Mm-hmm. And at this point, his name had came up maybe like 5 times. And I'm just like, God damn it. Like this person's name keep coming up.
Yeah.
And then I went on my Instagram and his page popped up.
Right.
And I was like, this name looks familiar. And I was like, oh, snap. This is the person that my clients keep bringing up. And then as I was scrolling through the page and I saw his before and afters with his clients, I was like, oh, snap, he's really good.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? This has to be a sign. Like, name coming up and your page just kind of pops up out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And then it's funny because I remember I've seen his page before. Like, I'm like, this is not the first time I've seen his page. Because when I checked, we had a lot of mutual friends.
Okay.
So I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. So I seen, the price, his price, and I was like, okay, no problem, I could pay that. And I already had it playing in my mind that, okay, I'm gonna do this for maybe like 2-3 months.
Okay.
So hit him up. He replied really fast. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, cool. It was a little bit out of the way. It was in Long Island. So I'm from Brooklyn, BK. And all right, cool. Met him. It was nothing. Like I wasn't attracted to him. It wasn't
the initial
like
meetup.
No, I was trying to unbig my back. I didn't care about no man. Like, I wasn't trying to fall in love. Yeah. Like, it was just like, okay, cool. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't like my initial type. Like, usually I'm into 6'4", 6'5", brown skin. Like that's
why so tall?
Because I'm a tall girl.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Not that tall.
To me, I'm tall. I usually go for like really, really tall guys, like browns, like my complexion, like. Like don't get me wrong, I love my dark skinned men as well. Like I don't really have like a type, but I just like that's not what I was going for. That wasn't the narrative. That's not I just wanted to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like attracted to him. I didn't want him. It was just like I'm trying to lose weight. Mm-hmm. So as I'm working out, his workouts were really hard. I was like, oh snap, like
one of those intense, like nonstop moving.
Not even like. And he's the type like he'll eat. And the thing is, it was like group workouts. It wasn't like one-on-ones. Because at first I've worked out with other trainers and they'll do one-on-ones. I usually do one-on-ones. But even his group workouts, and the thing is, I'll try to slack. He'll be on you like, what are you doing? So I'm just like, oh snap, like this man don't play. So he was actually a really good trainer.
Yeah.
I was like, that was $400, $500. I better get my money's worth.
A lot.
It was pretty pricey, but I was working, so it was just like, okay, cool. Like I said, it wasn't until maybe like a couple of months, like maybe a month and a half, to almost 2 months down the line, what really kind of sparked like my interest was, like I said, when he was different when it came to how he trained and how he went about with his clients. Like I've never seen a trainer that talked about finances. I never seen a trainer that was worried about, your goals outside of your body goals. Like he seemed like he actually cared about more than just, your body goals. Like, so when he'll do like these Monday check-ins that he'll do on Zoom, like just, I don't know, like.
That comes in a package that he sold?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Like, and honestly, not even, like, he'll, like, put that to the side to do that for his clients. So I was just like, okay, not you going above and beyond for your clients. So that's, like, okay, cool. Yeah. So that, I was like, okay. And just, like, the way he will talk and he'll educate us on things outside of working out. So that's I'm just like, so I purposely used to tune in because I'm a businesswoman, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm learning things. And one thing about me is I'm always a student. Like I always want to learn. So I'm like, and it's free.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, okay, period. So, and then on top of that, like I said, at this point we're following each other. On top of that, I'm, trying to grow and build my relationship with God, and he's very open about talking about his spiritual growth and his spiritual walk with God. I really don't see men doing that. So
they're popping bottles and all that.
Yeah, in the club with the money they don't got, or with their bros' money. So here I am seeing this man out like very confidently talking about his relationship with God. That was that was a turn on for me. Yeah. Like I was like, oh wow, like this is something that I always wanted in a partner, and it was very hard to find, especially in the times that we live in now. Mm-hmm. And this dating culture is trash. So I was like, that was the biggest thing for me. And I was like, wow. And he used to talk about it a lot. And not only that, he used to talk about relationships and being faithful. Hold on. not with these bastards. I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Faithful.
What was you used to before, Amen?
It's not even what I was used to, because I was only with one. I've only been in 2 relationships. Gotcha. My ex, and then the one that I just previously left.
And one before.
Yeah. All right. And a cheater. So it's just like, I wasn't the type of person that would jump from relationship to relationship. I'm not like that girl. So it was just like, even when I was single, you could ask my friends, like, even when I was single, I didn't play with these men. Like, I didn't, I wasn't a girl that was easy to get. Right, like, right. I could see right through guys' bullcrap, if I got curse in here. But I could see right through men's bullshit. So it was just like, I already know what you want, not really on that type of timing. So it wasn't really anything to where it was like, okay, well, I'm going to date this guy, and I'm going to hope no, like, and I was very strict when it came to what I wanted, and I was not going to settle. So when I was looking at, how he was maneuvering and how he like his aura he just didn't seem thirsty, and I hate thirsty men. Gotcha. And just how he was moving with his clients as well. I was just like, he didn't seem like he was on top of them, trying to talk to them. Yeah. So I'm just like, because usually trainers, like, they get a bad rep. Okay.
Photographers, trainers. DJs.
Podcasts.
Yeah, I'm 2 out of the 4. So, yeah.
Exactly.
I don't mention it no more. It's that bad.
I'm done. So it's just like, it sparked my interest, and I was just like, okay, cool. But like I said, it was nothing to where, even though it sparked my interest, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I want to be with him. Gotcha. It was just like it
caught your eye.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And as time passed, maybe like a little bit time passed, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop like going to him, because I had already lost weight in 3 weeks. Like, he was really good, because like I said, he's really intense. I had lost weight in 3 weeks, and I'm the type of person where, like, I'm not chasing you. Like, I'm not chasing you. I'm not about to.
If you see what you like, why you don't shoot?
No, I'm not chasing you. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just going, because I knew, like, the thing with me is I don't really like men like that. Like, it takes a lot for me to like a guy.
I hear that a lot these days. But all right.
I really don't be liking these niggas. like I really feel like the next man that I end up liking, baby, you that nigga.
Like, this guy showed you all the stuff that was good on paper. Like,
he checked off a lot of things.
So the next guy is going to be even harder.
Oh, baby.
It's going to be strict, more strict.
Way more stricter. Like, so it was just like, what? It was like, hold on. So, and then, like I said, as time passed, we started talking as friends.
Gotcha.
Like, talking as friends, like, just talking about life.
You believe he looked at you as a friend?
I mean, he got eyes, don't he? I mean, like I said, I'm a very confident woman. Mm-hmm. I know I'm beautiful. Like, and it doesn't matter how any other person think. Like, gotcha. I know I'm beautiful, and I own a mirror too. But just because I think I'm beautiful doesn't mean but it doesn't matter what anybody else think. Gotcha. At the end of the day. Gotcha. But I know I'm an attractive person. Like, I've never had an issue with a man finding me attractive. Mm-hmm. Like, and I've never had an issue with getting a man that I wanted. I've really, not to toot my own horn, but I've just never had an issue with that. Yeah. So it was just like, but it was just more so on, like, we connected deeper as far as we had a lot in common. Our upbringing was very similar. Yeah. Our morals was literally, like, we just connected in a very, 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 very deep way.
I get that.
And I was just like, God,
so the attractiveness was even higher.
So it went from you catching my eyes to Lord, if this my husband, just say it now or forever hold your peace. Like, it was just like, don't play with me, Lord, because it's been a while. Because I was single for 6-7 years at this point after my ex. So it was a while since I've been in an actual committed relationship.
Wow.
And here comes this man that's checking off all the boxes. I'm like, God, this my husband. This is my husband. So, like I said, we were friends at first, but then, like I said, I fell back a little bit. And then we started dating.
How did that come about?
So it came about because he did tell me that he was reserved.
Now, what does that mean?
At the time,
for me, I say you reserved.
Baby, at the time, I thought that he meant he was reserved for himself, because I did know, he did tell me, like, previously, like before we became friends, that he had gotten out of a 7-year engagement. So I thought that he was reserved for himself, like, you know, like he's healing,
taking time to
because
that's a long time,
right? Because I saw him doing solo dates and stuff like that. Because that's something and that was another thing we connected on.
You used to showcase all of this stuff.
Yes, and that's something that I do as well. I do solo dates, I do solo trips. So that was another thing we connected on.
All right.
So I'm just like, yo, you're me and I'm you, because I do solo dates, I do solo vacations. So it was just kind of like, I feel like he was like the boy version of me. I'm like, okay, twin.
When looking at his page, right? What was the things that you was getting, like? Oh, he's flashy. Oh, he's this, he's that. Like,
that's the thing. It didn't even give flashy. It gave like he was comfortable in his skin.
Okay.
And I couldn't even be mad at that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, how can I be mad at you being authentically yourself? I can't be mad at that. So it's like, okay. I didn't think sassy. It was just it was just like, you're being authentically yourself. I can't be mad at that.
Gotcha. All right.
Cool. So it was just like, and like I said, at the time, we were just friends. It wasn't like, oh my gosh. And even in that moment, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I want to be with him.
Gotcha.
It was just, okay, let me see what he's about more and more. Because like I said, it takes a lot for me to want to be in an actual relationship with you. And the reason being is because, like, at around that time, even though, like, I was single for a long time, I still had insecurities when it came to, like, abandonment issues and knowing if I really wanted to be with someone, because I always wanted to leave. Like, I never wanted to be in a situation for too long.
Gotcha.
But as we continue, you'll know, I'll tell you more about it. So, as time passed, like I said, he said he got out of a situation and he told me he was reserved. I thought he was reserved for himself, but comes to find out, he was, ending a situation with a female. And I was like, but I found that out way later. I didn't know that's what he meant. I really thought he meant he was reserved for himself.
Wow.
But as time passed, maybe like I said, I fell back. As time passed, after I fell back, maybe like a couple of weeks later, didn't write him, left him alone. Like, he'll still write me here and there, like on a friend level. Like, he let me know that he was like interested, like, I'm really interested in you, like, I want to talk, but on a different level now, not just a friend level. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because I was feeling him. Like, I was open to it. Like I said, still didn't want like a relationship. Like I said, I take that very seriously, but still wanted to get to know him. So that's when, we started dating. Not like officially together, but just started dating. And he was a perfect gentleman. Like,
really?
This man, knight shining armor, perfect gentleman, was dating for maybe like 4 or 5 months. And then, popped the, would you be my girlfriend question. And started.
Say yes.
I was like, yeah, he popped the question in DR.
On a trip?
Yeah.
It's your first vacation?
Well, it's funny. It was his birthday trip.
Okay. And he invited you, or you?
He invited me. I was like, okay. No problem. At this point, it was like 5 months into us talking. I said, okay, cool, no problem.
That's enough time, yeah.
Yeah, it was enough time. Because at this point, we was talking for about, 6-7 months? So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. And
that's a while.
Yeah, it was so cute. Asked me to be his girlfriend. My Instagram was going crazy.
Why?
Because I didn't post him, but I posted the paper.
Wait, it was in a letter, like, will you be my
Like,
girlfriend?
it was how he did
yes
it.
Or no?
You're so annoying. How he did it. It was actually cute how he did it. How he did it. We went to DR and we got a chef.
Okay.
And because with me is like, one thing about me, I peep everything.
Okay.
And I remember when we were home, on the list of like things that we could order, I specifically said, I was like, okay, I don't want dessert. He said he didn't want dessert. Okay. But when the chef came, I saw whipped cream, I saw ice cream, and I specifically asked, I was like, why is there whipped cream and ice cream? I thought we didn't get dessert. He didn't answer. So when out of nowhere when we were eating, and the food was mad good, by the way. Shout out to them. When we were finished eating dinner, out of nowhere, this lady came with this big bouquet of red roses. And I'm like, oh, but the thing is, like I said, he was a knight shine armor. So it's like, okay, he's a sweet guy. So I'm thinking, okay, he's just getting me roses. But it's like, it's your birthday. Why are you getting me roses? And then after he got me the roses, the chef brought like this ice cream. Like I love caramel ice cream. He brought this caramel ice cream. And then he put a note and it says, would you be mine?
Ooh,
it was super cute.
Boy, smooth. All right.
Right. And then I don't know, I just see this flash in my face. You thought this man was proposing.
Right.
So I'm just like, and I'm like, It's so
They got it on camera.
Yeah. And then he sent it in his group chat. She said yes. It's annoying. so I'm thinking, my love.
Seems perfect. Yeah, it seems
perfect. It's like.
But you're sitting on this couch, so something happened.
Baby, the turmoil.
Man.
Disaster.
That sounds like a Disney movie or something.
I'm telling you, I would have never seen this coming, baby. Okay. You couldn't, I would not seen this coming at all. So it's like, I'm thinking like, yeah, this is my husband. My friends were excited. Like my Instagram was going insane. Like, cause my Instagram always knew me to be this self-love, traveling. Like Shirley loves herself. Shirley don't play about herself. They knew I was single, you know? And my friends, they knew I didn't play. They knew I love myself. They knew like the next person I get with is someone that's gonna respect me. The next person I get with is someone that's gonna honor me, because they knew how I am. Yeah. So they were super happy for me, and they seen how he was treating me. So it was like, yeah, Shirley, you got a good one. I thought I had a good one too. Group chat approves. So
that's good.
Period. That's good. He was putting on a great show. Yeah. And then, like I said, he sent the video in the group chat. Bro, I was like, yo, bro, everybody happy, everybody excited. I'm thinking it's gonna be great. You know. Not at all. What is your sign, both of y'all? So, oh Lord. So I'm a Capricorn. He's a Sagittarius. Earth sign, fire sign. My
listenership always love just to know, because they be like, oh yeah, that's why he act like that.
Because really?
I don't be keeping up with that.
It's funny because I'm not like super, super, super big on like signs and stuff. Yeah. Only because well, number one, as I got, more into the word, like if you are more into the word, you'll know that, zodiac signs and all that is not really fond in like God's eye.
So people just be using that as an excuse.
Yeah, it's not, because how he kind of God kind of sees is like you're letting another spirit tell you who you are. It's like only he could tell you who you are. Like what do you mean you're a Capricorn? Like I'm supposed to be the one to tell you who you are, like a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. But I'm still learning. I'm still getting more into the word to learn. But as I'm reading more, it's like, oh snap, astrology is that's not, you're not supposed to get into that. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm here talking about I'm a Capricorn.
What about your background?
So I'm Haitian, Cuban.
And what about him?
He's just black. He's American.
Is that a red flag now?
So the thing
you asked me that earlier. I'm like, and you
I know, right?
Like,
and I was like, the funny
y'all Americans.
The funny thing with me is, because I know a lot of times, because even now they be like, so does that mean you're never gonna date a Sagittarius anymore?
Or American, right?
No, I'm not the type of person that just because I dated a certain sign or just because I dated an American, I'm just like, or Jamaican. Yeah. Because it's just like, because that means you're just so hurt. And it's like, no.
I hate when people do that.
I'm not going to do that. Like, I've met many people that be like, oh, you're a Capricorn? I can't date y'all. I can't date you. Why? They be like, because my great-grandfather's uncles, sisters, brothers, nephews, kids, brothers, uncles. What? Like, girl, bye.
Terrible.
Like, what that got to do with me?
I can't do Geminis because Gemini, I'm like, oh my God.
Like, and it's funny because my ex was Gemini. Lord. My other ex.
Oh, what to say?
I was like, Lord. But it's like, I'm not that, my ex will never hurt me that much to where, or break me down that bad to where I'm just gonna, because who knows, the love of my life might be a Sag, the love of my life might be a Gemini. But it's like, I don't care about those signs. I don't care if it's like whoever God has for me is who God has for me. I'm not gonna stop my blessings because he's a Sag, because I don't care about that. Yeah. It's like whoever's for me is for me. So it doesn't matter.
Okay. Me being nosy, right? So I had to do some of my research on this. Right. And I looked at his page, I looked at your page, I seen everything. I seen his ex's pages, all of that.
Oh my Lord, you went that deep?
I went deep. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
The people all invested. They invested.
They found him and the exes. Yeah. I was like, so Jesus Christ.
It don't look like the show stopped for him. Right? So he's, even with your videos out, he continues to be who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So does that like make you feel away? Looking at it?
I mean, he's blocked, so I don't know what he's doing. Okay. I'm not the type of person that's gonna like. Once I broke up with him, I blocked him on everything.
Okay.
So like I went no contact. Like I said, the only reason why I broke no contact is because I needed that chain back.
We get there.
Yeah,
that was in your videos too.
That's the only reason I went no contact. But he blocked. I don't know what that man doing. I don't even know if that man alive.
Oh, like he could probably sell the same dream to somebody else.
Oh, of course.
The page looks like
that man probably in a new relationship right now. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing. I don't know.
All right. So let's continue this. Mm-hmm. So this man asks you. His name is Narc. Asked you to be his girlfriend.
Yes.
He was hyped. He was excited.
I was excited. Yeah.
Yeah. So DR comes and goes. Does anything change in the relationship now that y'all official?
No, nothing really changed in the relationship. The only thing as time passed, and I started getting to know him more, and I'm not gonna lie, even like closer to when he started, like to when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I had this, like I told you, I had this weird feeling about him.
Like an intuition?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was my intuition.
Okay.
I did not know it was my intuition. I just had this weird feeling about him. It was just this weird feeling. It's weird. I could not shake it off, and I didn't know what it was. So,
like, explain the feeling. Like, what is it? You get a headache?
It was just like you're so annoying. It was like an uneasy feeling, and it was just sitting on my spirit, and I didn't know what it was, but it wasn't a good feeling. It was like
when does it occur? When you're around him?
When I'm around him.
Okay.
And pretty much at first I thought it was because he was nonchalant, because I remember, and I'm the type of person I'm very.
That's the thing too.
Yeah. So one thing about me is I'm very vocal.
Yeah.
I'm very vocal. If I feel a way, you will know.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person that's going to feel away and just smile in your face and just sweep it under the rug. I'm going to tell you.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I've asked him questions like, like just to make sure I'm not going crazy. So I've had conversations with him like, if I was to ever speak to your previous, women, like what's one thing they would say that, they didn't like about you, or something that you will do they don't like.
Yeah.
And, one of the things with him will be, his lack of joy, or like, and stuff like that. And once he said that, I was like, oh, snap. Or his nonchalantness, more so of that. And I'm like, and I've never dealt with any man that was nonchalant. I'm very chalant. I like chalantness.
All of the chalants.
I want all the chalants in the world, baby. And the thing about me is, if anyone knows me,
explain, like, when you say nonchalant, you could give him a plate of food. He'll be like,
not even that. It's just no excitement.
That's nasty.
No excitement to the point where, like, I'll be looking good.
Mm-hmm.
No, like nothing. Like I'll get
looking good, like
good.
Yeah, they're making the sounds. Nothing.
Yeah, like no reaction.
Dang.
But I'll step outside, and people will be treating me like Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I own mirrors, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what? And I'm just like, what? Because at first he didn't tell me it was because he was nonchalant. It's just something that I put two and two together and was like, okay, he's probably just nonchalant. And then when I finally spoke to him about it, he was just like, oh, it's just something.
Hey, babe, why you don't give me no compliments? That's how
no, not even, because the compliments thing wasn't even what it was at first. It was just more so like, why are you just so dry? Like, like why, like he'll just be sitting there. And mind you, sometimes we won't see each other for a couple of days. And I'm like, oh my gosh, hi, babe. Like, the thing about me is I'm a very bubbly person. I'm very bubbly. I'm very exciting. Like, I have a very, very, very big personality. Like, when I first met you, I was like, oh my gosh, hi.
The energy was high, yes.
I have a lot of energy, and I love being in a room with people that has big personalities. Like, I love that. I cannot be around people with negative, and I don't like Debbie Downers. Okay, it just brings my energy down. I don't like people that's negative at all. I love positive energy. So being around him sometimes used to be like,
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be some bougie attitude. You got
really?
you got 200,000 followers. And
it's funny because a lot of people used to think that
funky.
I don't know why people, like, some people would really, really look at me on Instagram and obviously wouldn't really know me and just assume that. And it's like, I'm super down to earth. Like, I'm a whole goofball. Like, I'm super, super bubbly. Like, if all my clients, once they meet me, I'm like, oh my gosh, hi. They be like,
right. She said hi to me. What?
I'm like, why, girl? Not you startled. But it's like, girl. But it's like I'm super friendly.
That's
like
funny.
super friendly. That's just how I am. I've always been like that. So, and the thing is, being like, especially when we used to speak, like when we were friends, and how exciting he seemed through text, I was a little taken back when I used to see him every day and he'll be so dry. I'm like, I wasn't expecting this, because through text you were very, like, the conversation used to flow. Right. So I'm just like, who is this man? I don't like this.
Yeah.
You know, and me, like I said, I'm very vocal. I used to tell him about it. Yeah, so it didn't sit right with me, and I was just like, what in the world? But yeah, so I wasn't used to him being nonchalant. So being that I'm very vocal, I did bring up to him that I'm just like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like the fact that every time I'm around you, my spirits just it just gets very dull. Like, imagine, like, you have all this energy, right? You have a great day. You're having a really great day, and you haven't seen your person for like 2-3 days.
Right.
And you're expecting them to have the same energy, or you're expecting them to miss you. And you're like, oh my gosh, babe, hi, how are you? And they're just like,
blah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And you're like,
that bring your mood down. Yeah. Yeah, that will bring my mood down.
And he's just like, so, how was your day? And I'm like, oh my gosh, my day was great. And that's me. And like I said, naturally, I'm naturally on a high. Like, I'm naturally always happy. And not always, because, life happens.
Yeah.
But, so that used to really, really bother me. And that was what I thought that feeling was. I thought, like, okay, I don't know if I could deal with the fact that he's nonchalant.
Yeah.
And, as time passed, because at first, I didn't really have an explanation as to why he was acting like that. Literally, he didn't give me a reason till this year as to why he was acting like that. So
I think we get more
into that.
Want to say why?
Well, he ended up telling me it was because he was going through things financially, like
Gotcha.
he was depressed.
Yeah, finances and a man.
Finances, baby.
Yeah, we are not ourselves. Yeah,
Lord
we need a Snickers.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
You're
never
not
the same.
yourself, baby.
Yeah, we ain't got no bread. Yeah,
okay.
Stressful.
Real stressful.
On one of your videos, you said acts of service is your way of showing love.
Yes.
Right? In this situation, was that the case?
So, one thing that one thing that I definitely learned from this situation, because one thing that I know about myself and I was learning about myself is that I do go above and beyond. I definitely do go above and beyond for people. And one thing that I realized is that I needed to kind of pull back a little bit when it comes to giving. Yeah. But acts of service is something that I do to show my love. Like, I'm not going to be the person that's just gonna be like, I love you every 5 seconds, but I'll do. Yeah. Like, if you need something, I got you. I will spend money. I would, I'll decorate this whole room. Like, those are the things that I'll do. If you need me to do something, I got, like, that's kind of how I show my love.
And that was you in this relationship?
That was me in the relationship.
Was he nonchalant when it came to that?
Yes. Oh my God. I'll never forget the time. And I mean, we spoke about it because he told me that that's not how he received love. So I had to learn that.
Yes. And this is second relationship. So you
right.
learned in the process.
And that was on me. I'm not going to lie. Right. Because, I had did something really cute. Because like I said, I was always trying to find different ways. Because being that I would work so much, we only really seen each other like, this was like in the beginning, we only really seen each other like once a week.
Okay.
He worked, I worked. We were both entrepreneurs. And I worked every day. Yeah. I only had Sundays off. So there were days where, he'll come, just to see me. So I'm like, you know what? Even though I'm working, let me still show him that, hey, even though I'm working, like, I love you. I'm thinking of you. So I did this really, really, really cute thing where, he came, I decorate. It was nothing crazy, but I just decorated the place real cute. Little rose petals. I bought like fried chicken, food. I bought his favorite wine, whatever. Like, just something cute.
Dang, that's nice, yeah.
Just something cute for him to come to. Nothing crazy. Like, I didn't like deck out the whole place. Just something real cute. And, he came in. The man walked in. He looked at me like, hey.
Really?
And I'm like, because the thing is, we used to do this. Well, we do it, and it's funny because I got it from him. Like, whenever he does a surprise for me, this man got the phone in my face like this.
Yeah.
And I kind of got it from him because I'm usually not the type of person that really like records things. So I'm like, okay, so now when I do, surprises for him, I record it just for, and he does it for memories. So I'm okay, let me do this for memories. Baby, I deleted that video so quick.
You was ready to post it? The show?
No, I wasn't gonna post it. I wasn't gonna post it. But I just wanted for memories because we don't post well, at least not me. I don't post everything. So I just wanted it for more memories. So I had the phone out and I'm just like, hi babe. Me, just so much energy. Hi, mind you, I just finished 10 clients. Bossing my ass.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen my man. I am excited. I bought him food. Well, no, I don't think I bought him food because he said he brought food.
Okay.
But I literally was about to get him food. So I just bought, I bought but it was just like little, it wasn't really nothing crazy. But at the time I was mad because of his reaction. But then later on he explained to me that I don't care for, like I'm a man. Like I don't really care for roses and stuff.
So he was doing too much for him.
So like, it's not even that I was doing too much. He's just like, that's not my love language.
Gotcha.
So
what was his love language?
His love language, he said, what's his love language? It's acts of service.
But in a different way.
Yeah, but in a different way. Like he's just like, roses don't excite me. Like I'm a man, babe. Like to you it excites you, but to me. So I understood, but at the time I didn't.
Now, in this relationship, was you chasing to find what excites him?
I mean, not chasing, but I was learning him. And
Gotcha,
I did.
gotcha.
I started, I understood what he liked. So it's just like, because my thing is with every relationship, you're going to learn your person.
Yes.
So it's like, we're still learning each other. He's still learning me. I'm still learning him. There's things that he did for me that I didn't really like. And there's things that I did for him that he probably didn't really like. But we're still learning each other.
Gotcha.
So it's okay. So it was just like, okay, I dropped the ball with that one. Maybe I probably shouldn't have done the roses. I just thought it was cute. Like, okay, cute. Let me just do cute little rose petals. But he was just like, hi. And it was just kind of like, it was just really dry. Like, okay.
Yeah.
He just kind of looked around like, and like I said, in a moment, I felt the way like, okay, like I didn't get a thank you. I didn't get a nothing. It was just like and I told him, I was like, even though in the midst of it, I told him, even though you didn't like the rose petals, it's just the fact that I just feel like you didn't appreciate it at all. And he was just like, oh, I understand, but I don't care for rose petals. Like I just, and at the
it's the effort. It's
the
thought that counts.
And I told him, because even, because I know he's the type of person, like he likes cars and stuff like that. Like I wrote how I felt in the car, like I said, I haven't seen him in a week. So, I wrote in the car like, hey, I missed you, And, and another thing, he wasn't really big on, around that time he had like, something because he was also a realtor. Okay. And he had achieved something. So I'm the type of person where I like to celebrate every win, small or big.
That's good. That's a good trait. Yeah.
He wasn't like that. He don't like celebrating small wins. Like I was his biggest cheerleader when it came to that. So my thing is like, no, babe, like it doesn't matter if it's small or big. Like let's celebrate. So he had, I forgot what it was. It was so long ago. So that was actually the reason why I did that. Now that I'm thinking about it, that was the reason why I did that.
Yeah.
Because I remember around that time he was going through a lot. So I was like, you know what? I haven't seen him in a while. And this situation had just happened. He just, he just got this win. It's not like the biggest win, but he's been going through a lot. Let me still celebrate him. And I remember specifically in the card, I was just like, congrats, babe. Like, you've been going through a lot, but congrats with everything you've been doing. Like, everything is working out, da-da-da-da. And because I remember I bought him a champagne. So that's the reason I bought him the champagne, because...
You wanted to pop a bottle?
Right,
yeah,
I wanted to pop a bottle. Yeah. But it was a small win. So now I remember why I did it. So everything I do is for a reason. I don't just do anything for no reason. So... And it was just like, okay, cool. But it's like, okay, cool, I understand you don't like the rose petals. But it was just like... It was no reaction at all. It was just like a cool. But, I did understand where he was coming from as far as the rose petals, though. Like, I don't care for rose petals. So it's like, okay, put that in my notes. Babe, don't like rose petals. Check. Cool. Like, got it. So, like I said, my thing is I'm learning you, you're learning me. Because my thing is I want to learn my man. I want to know what not to do, what to do, because we're still learning each other. But it's just certain ways you do things, So like I said, I always wanted to celebrate him big or small, because he wasn't that person. Like he wanted to wait till something big happens for him, because he was very pessimistic, like very pessimistic, like
perfectionist too.
Yeah, it's funny because he hated perfectionists. Like he didn't like people that were perfectionists, but yet he like it things just didn't make sense. Things just didn't make sense.
Y'all were public, so a lot of people know about your relationship, know who you was with. Y'all took pictures together. It was on those like relationship goal pages.
Oh Lord,
I seen those.
It's funny. I wrote one of them and told him to take that down.
Yeah, that picture was nice, but
I said take it down now.
Anyway, y'all was one of those type of couples. When did that start?
What?
Posting your like.
So the funny thing is, it started because of him. Because I'm not a pictures girl. I am so awkward with pictures, baby. You got to tell me how to pose, how to switch. Like I be smiling and be looking weird.
You don't know
like,
your good side, your bad side.
And I know when angles. I do it.
All right.
And then especially around the time that we first started dating is when I was at my heaviest. So I wasn't the most confident and definitely taking body pictures, because baby, the gut was gutting. Okay, the angles was not angling.
Yeah. And
this man would take, like, he wouldn't ask me if I liked the picture. He'll just post it. Don't piss me off.
So you would say, "Give me the phone, let me see," and
I'd be like, "Give me the phone." Like, you just you're not gonna ask me?
Yeah.
Like, cause you look good in it.
Right.
Don't.
I had to learn not to do that.
Don't do that. I look crazy. Yeah. Like, baby, you don't see that little thing on my nose. You don't want to. Like, you wouldn't ask me. I look crazy. Like, just because he's like, no, you look fine. To you. I don't, so it's like around that time, I was not the most confident. And the thing is, he'll tell me like, oh, go to the gym. I'm trying. I'm eating grass. I'm eating leaves. I'm drinking smoothies. But I'm not going to lie. I was slacking.
So when I want to say, when he trained you, you lost the weight and then it came back?
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie. I was slacking bad. It was my fault. I can't even blame it on nobody else, baby. I was eating Chick-fil-A. I'm a foodie. Like, I was eating crazy. Yeah. But it was more of a mental thing. Like, losing weight is more of a mental thing.
It is. Discipline, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't really confident with taking pictures. I was not confident. And like I said, here I have this man. He's a trainer. And, he liked to work out all the time. And I felt like this man, he breathes and lose weight. Like, he was like, oh, yeah, babe, I lost 4 pounds. What? You just worked out 2 days ago.
Right.
Like, what? And like I said, one thing that I didn't like with him is that he would never stop reminding me that, you big, right? Like, well, damn.
He would say it like that?
Like, he wouldn't say it like that. But it's just like, he'll definitely let me know, like, you big. Like, okay, well, thanks. Babe, that makes me feel great about myself.
Did it work?
The thing is,
I remember Charlamagne talking about that, like, shaming big people.
But that's the thing, I wasn't big.
All right.
Like, I wasn't big. Like, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I was just thick, but I wasn't like, trust me, I was not big. But it was just, I just knew I wasn't comfortable in my size. But when I lost my weight, it had nothing to do with my ex. Gotcha. And everything to do with me. It had not a damn thing to do with my ex. Only because of how I was already feeling about the relationship and how I was already feeling about him. But of course, like, as we continue, you'll know why. But it was literally one day I was just like, girl, you about to be 30. Like, you can't keep making the same excuses, and you can't keep saying, oh my gosh. It literally got to a point where I couldn't fit my clothes, or it was just getting too tight. Couldn't fit, I was fitting them. It was just getting too tight, and I just kept making excuses of why I didn't want to take pictures. Gotcha. And it was just like, girl, like, and like I said, I know I'm cute and I know I look good, and I was still looking curvy. Like, I was still getting digits.
But it wasn't your, like...
But I just wasn't... I wasn't as confident as I wanted to be. Like, I knew... I was at my heaviest. I was, I was 20...
20?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was 203. 203. Oh, not big. God damn it.
20.
20. Because I'm like 5'6". And the thing is, I didn't look it. I didn't look like I was in the 200s because I'm tall. So it's like... But that booty was bootying. That donk was donking, baby. Okay, so it's like my body ratios, like my waist was still smaller.
Was he still attracted to you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all that matters, right?
I think. So it's like, okay, cool. But I knew. I was like, and I'm like, if I keep eating how I'm eating, I'm gonna blow up. And I kept thinking, I'm like, because we were talking about kids or whatever. I'm like, baby, after I have these kids, I'm gonna be fit. 250 is crazy. I said, Shirley, you got to do something now. So I'm not gonna hold you. I went in. I said, I'm gonna give myself 3 months to lose 30 to 40 pounds. My goal was at first my goal was 170. I ended up going down to 165.
And you wasn't the type to be like lipo, BBL, all that stuff, no?
No. Because the thing is, I already got those allegations anyways.
All right, cool.
But I ain't gonna lie. After I lost it, I didn't realize. I realized that when you lose weight, you lose it everywhere. I lost a lot of booty. I was like, how much BBL again? I just need a little bit because I lost a lot of booty. Okay, but I gained a little bit of it back. I gained like almost 10 pounds. But I'm that's why I told you I'm trying to lose it again. But I'm happy with the weight I'm at now. I'm not trying to get super skinny right now. I'm just trying to tone up. I'm just trying to lose the 10 again, and then I'm good. I don't want to lose anymore because at 165 I started looking like a bobblehead. I'm crazy. Like, I don't want to be too small because like my weight, Shirley too skinny just looks weird. Like I don't. Like when I lost the weight, people was like, "You look good before, but god damn." Yeah. You look good. I'm like, period.
Yeah, so good to feel. Yeah.
So and it had nothing to do with him. It had not a damn thing to do with my ex. So and I did like it's funny how a lot of these videos went viral. I did a weight loss video, posted it on my page, and that went viral.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, next is
viral Shirley.
Yeah, you got to be an influencer.
Viral Shirley. So I did a 3-month strict diet. Oh my gosh, that thing was so strict because I wasn't playing. I was like, you got to stop making excuses, Shirley. Like, because like, I started getting a double chin. I was like, what? I was like, oh, I let myself go. I was like, oh, no, baby, no. So, I was going to the gym like 4 days a week. I wasn't, no sweets. The sweets was my downfall.
Gotcha.
So, lost the weight. And then that's when I started feeling more comfortable with taking pictures. And then I saw the difference. And I was like, oh, not me looking skinty.
Yeah.
Period.
I was all over these pages, and he was comfortable posting it on your page.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah, I was fine.
All right. But he was the first one to introduce you to that.
Yeah, because he used to model.
Got you.
So he was very comfortable in front of the camera. He used to model. He used to take pictures. Yeah. He used to act. He used to do a lot. He wore many hats. All right. So he was very comfortable in front of the camera. Yeah. Me, I wasn't.
What were the dates looking like? Because you look flashy. You got your nice trips. You know, all of that. He looks kind of flashy. What were your dates looking like?
What do you mean exactly? Like elaborate.
Where would y'all go? Like.
So now before I started dating him, I was always big on luxury trips. Like that's what a lot of my followers know me for. It's funny because till this day, I can't believe this man said this to me. He said, diabolical. Because I remember this is around a time where we were like, pretty much about to break up. Well, I was about to break up with him. We was having this was like around our rough patch. This man in front of his friend is going to tell me that I didn't start staying in suites until I started dating him.
So he put you on some suites too? All right.
I cocked my head back and I looked at him. I said, are you
He ain't put you on?
Hell.
Oh, all right.
Let me tell you something. This man met me as Shirley Beats.
Okay.
He didn't make me Shirley Beats. He met me as Shirley Beats. He met me traveling. Yeah. He met me with my own shit. Yeah. He met me as the person that I am. He didn't make me who I am.
You would have made him sound a prenup.
Are you crazy? Right? Absolutely. Are you what? I was flabbergasted when he said that.
Oh man. Yeah.
Are you dumb? Sir, I saw the trips you went on before I start.
What was those looking like?
His aesthetics completely changed when I started dating him. Now all of a sudden he has to stay at floor to ceiling windows. I wonder where he got that from. I'm the person that only stay at floor to ceiling windows when I travel.
Wait, floor to
ceiling windows. You gotta stay at either floor to ceiling windows or ocean floor.
Wait, say this slow.
Floor to ceiling windows, meaning if you're gonna stay at a room,
that window goes boom, boom, boom.
Yes, I do not stay in all closed 4-wall rooms.
Oh, damn! I'm gonna stay all my life then.
Yes. It's like I'm very when I go on vacation, I love scenery. Like
in the bathtub, be inside the room.
Yes,
too?
baby.
Yeah,
okay.
I ain't spending that.
Okay.
Damn.
Like I'm very big when it comes to that. Like I need a view. I need a view. It's like, so when he said that, what?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? So it's like, it just showed like, boy, please, like, come on now. So when it came to trips, like I said, as I started showing him and like telling him like my taste and the type of things I liked, I'm not gonna lie, because that was another thing when it came to my video going viral. I didn't obviously I didn't say everything in the video because the video would have been super long.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make it very clear here. I was not in a relationship where my ex did not do nothing for me. I would be boo-boo the fool.
Right.
Okay, I was not with a man that did not do absolutely nothing for me.
But you was
I was
a notch
just
up.
Very much. Okay? I was overdoing it. Absolutely, yes. He was not meeting me as far as what I was doing, but he was definitely doing for me.
The videos was giving sugar mama. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing way more, but he was doing as well. He just wasn't doing to the level that I was doing. So that's the mistake I made in this relationship. As I was doing way more. I should have met him where he was meeting me at.
Yeah. So you was giving grace when it comes to what he was doing for you?
Yes. So it's like for my birthday, he flew me to Colombia, all expenses paid. I didn't pay for anything.
Floor to ceiling?
Floor to ceiling? Yeah, I ain't gonna hit his big one.
All right.
With his points. I'm not gonna hold you.
See why you did it?
No, and the thing is, that's not a bad thing, because I'm not gonna hold you for Bahamas. If I had the points, maybe I would have used them. That was smart.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Because think about it.
You're a businessman. All right.
Think about it. What would you rather, spend your money or use points?
I mean, if I got the points, yeah.
Thank you. Absolutely.
But he let you know that?
I was with him for 2. You don't think I know he used points?
Okay.
Come on now. I know he used points. He told me he used points.
All right, cool.
Like,
as long as you was okay.
Like, his whole thing is, to travel for free.
Gotcha.
And who wouldn't want to?
Right,
so I'm not mad that he used points.
Yeah.
But the thing with him is, I know if it came down to it, this man would not spend that money on me, even if he had it.
So it's frugal.
Yeah, he's cheap.
And all.
Yeah,
when it comes to food,
that's the thing. That's the issue. That was the whole issue that I had with my ex. Is if it came down to it, where if he had the money, would he spend it? He wouldn't. But if it came down to me, if I had the money, would I spend it? It would have been a yes, no brainer.
So let's say y'all shopping at the supermarket. He not getting Captain Crunch. He ain't Captain Corns and shit like that.
I don't know about that.
How cheap is this person?
I don't think the man eat Captain Crunch. I just feel like with him, he's cheap. He was cheap. And it's funny.
Give me a moment.
Like the $12 nachos. Like that was the $12 nachos in the story time that I gave. That's cheap.
Okay. We get there. I think that was the downfall.
That's cheap. Yeah. There's been many times where I've been cheap. There's been times where we've been to the like I told you before, we've been to the supermarket. I'll just pick up something. This man will give me the devil eyes. Like,
I came here for boxes and you want to pick up.
And I'll be like, I'll just put it back like, well, damn, nigga.
Nah, that's crazy. How did you take to that?
I mean,
you loved him so much.
Don't play with me. I understood his situation. I'm like,
what was the situation?
Financial situation. You ain't got it. Okay. My bad.
And because you're a giver, you was making up for his losses?
Not exactly making up for his losses. It was just more so of like, because like I said, I believe in partnership and relationships. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I felt like, because that's what I had told him. And I think he took that and ran with it. But what he wasn't understanding is, yes, I believe in partnerships and relationships. But make it very clear. Mm-hmm. I don't mind my man leaning on me when times get hard, but a lean, not a death drop.
Yeah.
A lean, like a.
Let's say, I'm a little short on the rent,
right?
But I got you when I get paid.
Like a lean, like not even that. Like times get hard because it's life. That's what I feel like. A lot of times nowadays. In relationships, a lot of women think that when you get in relation, not even that, even in marriage, like when you get in relationships, when you get in marriage, don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, do whatever works for your relationship.
Exactly, yeah.
This whole 50-50, I hate that whole 50-50 talk. If 50-50 work for you, do 50-50. If 90-10 work for you, do 9-10. Yeah. If 80-20, it doesn't matter. I believe in partnerships, but even though I believe in partnerships, I do believe that the man is supposed to be the man.
Yeah.
Okay? But if my man is going through hard times, as his woman, I am going to be there for my man to lean on.
Yeah.
1,000%. I would not see my man going through hard times and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna have to figure it out because he the man. I think that is so
That's trash.
selfish.
Yeah.
What you there for? You're his partner. Like, you're his other person. That's what the unity is for. That's what you guys are together for. But a lot of times I feel like a lot of women is just like, okay, well, he's the man. He's supposed to take care of that. Life happens.
Yeah.
Things happen. You're supposed to help build each other. You're supposed to help pick each other up if somebody falls. That's what you're there for.
Right.
But also, I feel like men also take advantage of that.
Once they get comfortable, yeah, they
exactly.
can.
Because sometimes I feel like when a woman do, let them lean, they take the whole shoulder and they just drop. And it's like, hold on now. I said lean.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
And then they take advantage of that. And then now the woman is like, okay, baby, because remember, we still got to cook, clean, take care of the kids, fuck, suck, all that. Okay? Be there for you emotionally.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a lot. And I got to be there financially. And I still got to look good. Hair got to be done. I still got to look sexy. Can't be overweight. Still got to be cute. And then my mental still got to be good for you. And I got to pay the bills. Baby. At the point... What I need you for? What?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it has to be a balance. It has to be a balance. So it's just like, but like I said, at the end of the day, do what works for you. That is what works for me. What works for me, like I said, what works for me is 70-30, 60-40. But,
okay, that's fair.
But if times get hard for my man and I might need to be that 60 and he might need to be that 40, then that's what it's gonna have to be.
All right, Shirley Beats.
But it's called lean. Nigga, don't drop on me. Okay?
Did you feel him, the weight getting...
Baby, he dropped.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I felt like he seen that, I was giving. He seen that I wasn't, I was willing to take him on dates. He seen that I was willing to pay for things. And baby, he crossed his legs and he sat back. He said, baby, go ahead. Oh, you wanna pay that tab? Go ahead.
Really?
You wanna buy me stuff? Go ahead. Like and I feel like as a man that wants to take care of his woman, he would not be that comfortable. Absolutely not.
Wow.
Like, he was very comfortable with me paying for stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it got to a point where I felt like him taking care of a woman made him sick to his stomach. Like, what I'm paying this for? Why am I giving you money for? What am I paying your bills for? And granted, I've never told him he had to pay my bills.
Right.
He's never had to give me a dime for anything. That date was the first time out of 2 years I've ever asked that man to do anything for me.
Then we get there. This is the movie date. Now, in between, before we get there, the dates will be you were extreme. With some of your dates, you would take them on trips. You said
no. So I didn't take him on trips. That was the one and only trip I took him on.
Oh, I'm about to say
one and only.
So your dates would be like restaurants, events, stuff like that, fancy events. On the flip side, what would he do for you? Like, would it be just as the same quality of date?
So, yes. So, the thing that I would do is, well, for him, he'll take me on dates, too. It wasn't as, frequent, because, like I said, of his situation. But, when he would take me on dates, it wouldn't just be, where he'll just take me on, he'll just take me to dinner. One thing that I did like that when he did take me on dates, he'll take me to, dinner, and then we'll go to, a hookah spot. It'll be, 2 to 3 places.
Yeah.
It'll be really cute, really nice. And then times it'll just sometimes be 1 or 2 places, but it'll be once a month or once every 2 months. And being
once every 2 months,
sometimes, yeah.
What was y'all doing between?
I would take him out, because I like to do stuff, And the thing with me is I work from home, so I'm always home. I'm not a homebody. I'm an ambivert. So I have the characteristics of an introvert and an extrovert.
Yeah.
I'm both. So sometimes I like to be by myself. Sometimes I like to socialize.
Release that energy,
Right. So it's baby, I don't always want to be home. I like to do things. I like to socialize. I like to have fun. I like to be adventurous. And the thing is, it's okay, we shacked up in this house. watching Netflix every day. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't mind doing that. But this man was very dry. So it's like, it's one thing to be in the house and having fun and laughing and entertaining. And, you know, and sometimes it'll be like that when he would be nice. But most of the times, there was no personality coming out of him. So I was the personality. So it's like, it's not really fun.
Yeah, like, what's up?
And then I'll tell him, I'll be like, you know, I'm not super hard to like entertain, to be honest. Like, even if you can't, like, let's say we can't do a date and we stay home and do Netflix or watch TV, like, you know, amp it up. Like, go on Amazon, get like a little popcorn machine. And
it's Tuesday, do a Taco Tuesday, like something like that.
Get
like,
creative. You know, you ain't got no money. Ramen, do something. Do something a little, you know. Like, the effort is what counts for me. You know, because my thing is, one thing I would say is, even though sometimes he didn't really have it, you know, he would try sometimes, which is what would make me want to do things for him. You know, because it's not like he didn't do anything at all. Like, I would never try to downplay him when it came to that. Because like I said, I would not be with a man that didn't do anything for me. Never. But like I said, let's call a spade a spade. I did way more for him than he did for me. Hands down. And that's where we're not equally yoked at all. And this is where I say he didn't deserve me at all. He deserved his equal. I was not his equal at all. So it's just like, I deserve someone way better that would meet me at the same level that I was at. And we were not on the same level. So
would you tell your group chat that? Like, what was going on?
So,
or like, how did everybody look at once things were like established?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I only told like a couple of my friends as far as the feeling that I was feeling. Like, I was just like, girl, I love him, but something's off. Yeah. Like, and they'll just be like, what is it? I was just like, I don't know. Like, something is, I don't know if I want to be with him. Like, I love him, but it's just like he's a good guy, but like this in the beginning before he started going ballistic on me. Like, something's just off about him. There's like, well, I'm like, he's just nonchalant. Like, he's dry. He doesn't have much excitement. Like, he's not fun. He's a little boring. Like, and they just be like, girl, like, you know, they're just like, you know, they'll be like, oh, that sucks, but maybe, you know, give him a chance because he is a good guy, you know, and I'll go back and forth with myself like, okay, you know, because like I said, he wasn't cheating on me, you know, he was trying, you know, like, it wasn't really a reason to leave him. Because it's just like, Shirley, you going to go out and get a dude that's going to cheat on you. Yeah, he's going to be spontaneous and happy, but you're going to be a fuck nigga. Right. But yeah, you got this guy that's trying. You know, he's a little dry, a little boring, but he's trying. Right. You know? And he has all these qualities that you want. It's just that there's something wrong that's just not right with your spirit a little bit. But I didn't know exactly what it was. So, but I never brought up his finances though, only because like he's a man. Like I don't want to spread that. I don't want to spread his business out like that. So I'm not going to hold you. Like I fake kind of like put it out there that, you know, he was holding shit down.
Why you did that?
Because like...
You wanted him to look like Superman in your world.
Not even, only because like... I don't know.
But how would you show that? Are you like, hey girl, look what he did for me?
No.
Oh, you'll buy your own flowers?
Honestly, the only... oh, hell no. Honestly, I only did that with the flowers. Now that I think, I didn't do that with anything else. I only did that with the flowers. Because I can count on one hand how much the man got me flowers in the 2 years of our relationship. Wow. One hand. This man got me flowers 5 times. Okay?
It was on occasions?
And only on occasions. Only on occasions. And I was just like, wow. Okay. And once again, my finances, finances was always the reason. My finances.
When y'all first started, that wasn't the case?
No. I mean, he got me flowers on our first date.
I'm talking about the finance part.
No. He didn't tell me about his finances till close, like later on. Like that's when he was like actually vulnerable about it. And the reason why he started telling me is because one day we got into like a little back and forth because I'm just like, you're not taking me on no dates. Like I'm just shacked up in your house. Like, and this is when his attitude started getting nasty. Like he just started having, and when I say nasty, like he wasn't like cursing me out or anything. Like we didn't get there yet. It was just more so like, like he was just mean.
That's what happened when you got no money. You got no money. But is he on Instagram and all that stuff the same person that you? So the image, he had the image of yeah, let me get you some money this and money that.
So he was not popping. He was never popping bottles. You're so.
So, but
he wasn't a drinker. He wasn't like a big drinker, and he wasn't like a smoker. Like that wasn't his.
I'm just saying on Instagram he looked like money, but
on Instagram people thought that man was a millionaire. Okay, but no, million where he man had no millions. Okay, but the funny thing is he wasn't broke. Like he was not broke.
Yeah.
It was like, because at the time he was starting his new business. And like I said, he was very hardworking, because even though, and I think that was the thing for me, is like, I'm an entrepreneur. I know how hard it could be.
Yeah.
That shit is hard. And he was just starting this new business. He just left his six-figure business. That was.
But why?
Because
it's a training thing.
Yeah. He just lost the passion for it, and he just felt like that wasn't his calling anymore. And he just wasn't really fulfilled. And I could understand. He wanted something that was more fulfilling, and he felt like that wasn't his calling.
Okay, yeah.
So he went to something else.
Yeah.
Which is what he's doing now. So, and I could understand that. And that's a really big risk. He's a risk taker. And he gets bored of things easily. So he switched to this business, just started. And when he started off big.
Okay.
Making big money the first couple of months. But then...
slow down.
Big time, like months after months after months after months. And around this time, baby, I'm skyrocketing. Just started working with Glow. I was working with her for a year, doing the Grammys. Money out the ass. Like, I'm doing great.
Was he supportive?
And that's the thing, he was.
Okay, cool.
Very. I had a very supportive boyfriend at the time. Yeah. Like, I didn't feel jealousy at all. Like, even after I did the Grammys, the man picked me up with flowers.
Okay.
Saying, congrats. So I'm just like, where did this come from? Like, what? He hit it so well. Like, when I tell you, I did not see this coming at all. So it's like, to this day, I'm just like, what happened? So I'm just like, even though everything was happening, he was working.
Yeah.
Working. It's not like he was going through this and he was sad and depressed and he was in his bed crying. This man was on his laptop every day working.
Gotcha.
Working. And I'm here. So, of course, I'm going to be by his side.
Yeah.
Helping. Like, a woman helping him. Like, so in my mind, I'm just like, oh, nah. Like, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna help my man. So I'm not about to go tell my friends like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna kick a man when he's down.
Gotcha.
I'm just not that person, And like I said, he was supportive of me, even even when he was down. So I'm just like, I'm gonna help him.
Right.
So it's like the days where he couldn't, do dates. I got you. I'll do the dates. But
that's
then
that's fire. Yeah.
But like I said,
too much of that. I started seeing he started getting real comfortable with it. Yeah.
He started getting too comfortable with it. And I'm just like, hold on now. This is not a forever thing. I hope you know that, right? This is just like a now thing. So, yeah.
Dang. What was your examples of love? What did you see like positive love?
I didn't have much of it. So, like I told you, I wasn't raised off love. I was raised off survival. I'm Haitian Cuban.
What about your ex? Same?
So the funny thing with my ex, right? Wait, my ex now or?
The one you, narc.
Oh, like, was he?
Raised, yeah. Or struggle, or?
No, not really.
Both parents?
Well, his father is deceased.
All right.
Rest in peace. And, he didn't really, he didn't really get, I don't want to speak on, like, his family too much with, like, his mom, but I just know he didn't really get love from like his family and stuff.
Oh, all right.
So no, from what I know. But for me, I'm Haitian. If you know Haitians, they're very strict. And I know for me, the way my mom showed me love was more of like tough love. Like my mom treated me like one of the boys.
Gotcha.
So my mom really raised me more so to be independent. She raised me to be a hustler. I more so watched my mom be a boss. I more so watched my mom work 3-4 jobs. I watched my dad be a hoe. I watched my dad have multiple women. I watched my dad get multiple women pregnant. Like that, Caribbean men, Haitian men. It was just kind of like that. But for me, because a lot of people were just like, oh, you know, if you were raised off survival, how are you so loving and giving?
Right.
And a lot of times, you know, in Caribbean households, and when you do go through things, two things can happen. You could either, you know, grow up and be someone that, you know, where you hate everybody and you're just like, oh my gosh, you just pretty much hurt people. So you'll be raised like that and you'll just cause havoc. Or because you didn't get that love, you'll want to give it. So that's kind of, I'm like, I'm the product of that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So it could be one of the two.
Yeah.
So you could either get raised and just be like, oh, everybody, since I didn't get that love, I'm not going to give that love and just cause havoc. But with me, it was just like, I know how it feels to not get it. And like I said, I'm gonna, but not everybody.
What about examples of how a relationship should look? Where did you get that from?
So the reason why I know how a relationship should look is, like I said, I'm not like heavy in the word, but I grow my relationship with God, and knowing God's love and knowing that God is love is like, okay, this is not what love is supposed to be. This is not how love is supposed to feel. But having like a physical human, seeing how that looks, I don't know. Because it's just toxic. Yeah, it's just toxic all around. It's just men cheating, men disrespecting, you know. And then honestly, around in my life, it's more so just women being the man, or just women being in control when it comes to finances and just bossing up. That's what I'm used to seeing.
Wow.
So it's like, that's what I'm a product of. Being independent.
Let's get into this video about the chain.
Oh, Lord.
Right? You have a video on your TikTok about you receiving a chain back. And it's a nice chain, like rapper type chain.
Thank you.
What made you get that, fam?
So, like I said, one thing with me is when I care about you, I'm going to remember very little details that you tell me. So when we first started talking, like in the beginning months of us dating, he would tell, like, I would tell him the things that I've always wanted, and he would tell me the things that he always wanted. And I remember he told me, like, you know, a couple of things that he wanted, and it stood out to me. And, you know, the whole Bahamas thing being one of the things. And he had told me that he had always wanted, I think he said either a tennis chain, and he also wanted, he didn't know if he wanted a chain with his name on it or a chain with his business name on it. He said he didn't know which one he wanted to do for himself, but he said that that's something that he was going to do for himself.
Okay.
Like, he was like, oh, I don't know I'm going to do that, but I know that's something I'm going to do. And like, this is when we just used to talk about a lot of stuff.
Right,
like, we'll just be up just talking.
Right.
And I was like, word, and I'll tell him the things that I would want for myself. Yeah, I want this. I want to do this, da-da-da. So these are the things, these are the things that I would remember.
Gotcha.
So, like I said, I had that in the back of my mind, and I was trying to pick between getting a chain with his name or getting a chain with his business name. And around this time was when he had switched his business. And I just felt like getting the chain with his business name would just be a conversation starter. Which it is. Because every time we go somewhere, they'll be like, what is that? Chain is fire.
You get to explain it. That's smart. That was smart. Yeah.
I'm such a great girl.
Let me get a views of an exchange. What is that? Yeah, that's my podcast.
What's that? So, around this time, like I said, he used to work so hard. Like, and he was dibbling dabbling in his business, dibbling dabbling in being a realtor. And like I said, a lot of people didn't see the behind the scenes of the things that he was doing. I was seeing everything. Nobody else was. I was seeing everything. So I just felt like he just deserved it. Like, I just feel like he deserved it. And like I said, around the time, he was being good to me.
Yeah.
He was being good to me. And I felt like he deserved it. So I got it for him. Things was going great in my business. I had a couple of thousands chilling in the account.
Couple of thousands. All right.
I had paid my bills, you know. Yeah. Like I said, around the time I was working with a celebrity, I was getting good money.
Yeah.
And I could spend a couple of thousands. Cool. So, he told me specifically, well, he didn't tell me specifically, he just said if he did ever get the chain, he wanted a black jeweler. He wanted to get it from a black jeweler. So, and I remember there's this guy that he's friends with, and he sells jewelry.
All right.
He makes jewelry. And I was like, ching. So for our 1 year anniversary, because it's funny because I was going back and forth with myself about it. I'm like, sure, you're about to spend this money on this man, on a man. Like, I literally was going back and forth with myself. And I remember I went to my friend.
Turn it into a sugar, right?
I'm like, you really like this man. And I remember I went to my friend. Hey, Amanda, was good. Because, you know, she owns a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, I want to get it for him. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, I want to get this for him. She was like, how much is it? And I told her. She was like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, you know, I really like him. I really like him. I'm like, I love him, girl. And she was just like, okay, girl.
Right.
She's like, okay, girl. Da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. She's like, whatever you want to do. I was like, okay, cool. But at the time, I told her I wasn't sure, though.
Yes.
Because I was still going back and forth. It was like 4 months before our anniversary. Because I told her, I was like, I wasn't sure. I was like, I want to do it, but I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. She was just like, it is nice, because I was telling her my ideas. Mm-hmm. And like I said, one day I just was like, you know, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I forgot what had happened, but I'm guessing he had made me happy. And I was like, okay. And I put the deposit. And yeah, and then I surprised him, and I think that was the biggest smile I've ever seen on that man. Baby, he was very chalant. Very chalant. That man was very chalant that day. I never seen a bigger smile on that man. That man took all that.
That was the thing. I seen that video of the card challenge thing, and I seen it. I didn't even look at the comments. I just looked at the video.
Baby.
It's like he expect you to do these things. I was like, dang, Bahamas, first class, and his face expressions. I'm like, oh, like she must be a sugar mama. He expecting these type of things. Like,
man, I really was a sugar mama. This is crazy. My hair look like a sugar mama.
And all these videos, you want to keep it up on your TikTok?
Well, I took down the put her finger down only because what the message I was trying to put out there. A lot of people saw the message, but people just kept hearing 8K.
Yeah.
So I took it down. I was like, it's not deleted. I just archived it.
Got you. Yeah.
So like, if I want to put it back up, I could.
8,000 on the chain.
I was like, God damn it, I'm missing the message. God damn it. They're just like, oh my God, 8K. I just archived it. I was like,
yeah.
But I left the series there because I just really wanted them to know that, I'm missing the point.
Right.
The point is not the whole 8K. And to be very technical, okay, it wasn't really 8K. It was 7,000.
That's still a lot of money.
Wait, I'm not done. 7,500 and something. But I didn't spend 7,000 on him. I spent more like 3,000 because remember I had to pay for myself. Mm-hmm. So let's be technical.
Okay.
It was more
still some money spent.
It was still a lot of money.
You broke some bread.
I'm playing. Whatever. But because I mean, the trip was cool because he was still, he was still going through what he was going through on that trip. It wasn't, he wasn't in the best spirits. But I don't regret doing what I did. I don't. Only because I did it out of the kindness of my heart. Nobody's ever going to make me feel bad for doing what I did. Only thing I feel bad for is who I did it for.
Gotcha.
But I don't feel bad for doing it and the reason for what I do it. It's just who I just regret doing it for him.
Gotcha. I mean,
that's it.
Hindsight, yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't appreciate it at all. Not one bit. Not even a little bit.
That sucks.
Not. So that's the only thing I regret, doing it for him.
Yeah.
But I don't regret for why I did it, the reason I did it, and because I did it out of the kindness of my heart.
I get it.
So would I do it again? Yes, but
with the right man.
That man would have to do that for me 20,000 times. So if I'm spending 7K, you have to be spending 50K. That's the only time I'm doing it.
You're getting a granddad after this.
Okay, that's the only time I'm spending that time. That he would have to be spending 50 for that 7K to be even out of my account.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not changing who I am. I'm going to always be who I am. I'm a caring person. It's just, I just had to change who I'm caring for.
Gotcha.
That's the mistake that I made.
Break.
Mm-hmm.